Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Beacon Pines. and My name is Cozy Frog. And yeah, it's been a little while with this one. Apologies again. I was ill and I had to basically miss a Sunday. So we're a little bit behind with Beacon Pines. And God, we left it at such a cliffhanger. Oh God, I really want to find a happy ending for Luca because the last few endings have been horrible. Absolutely awful. Streaming a bit later today, but I do have a very good reason. I got to walk bulldog puppies today. Oh, it was so fun. They're so chonky and just, yeah. Is there anything happier that brings more joy in life than bulldog puppies? They're so cute. There was three of them, and they were all named after Winnie the Pooh characters because their mum is named Winnie. Isn't that absolutely adorable? Oh gosh. And it was really fun. So I think that's a valid enough reason to move the stream to the evening. Okay, so let's just get in straight into it. Yeah, we left it in a really awkward place last time. I was really excited to carry on with the different endings, but of course I was ill. C'est la vie. Here we go. So, just refreshing my memory. Yeah. So we have two options. We can do flight. So I'm guessing they run away at the confrontation with the treehouse, or I'm sure there was another. No. This one, here we go. Or we could go weather. weather. Break or rum. Oh no, break. So break or flight. It's a bit of a tough choice, but I think I'm going to go break because I really want to see more of the characters here because I thought they were really cool last time. And oh god, it's been so long I can't remember her name. Luca's the main character, the little deer guy. Beck, that was it. Beck is the cat. Yes. So we were becoming kind of like besties last time in the Rumble one. Yeah, she was really nice, and there was this whole tender moment where they were screaming out into the storm for like, I guess it was therapeutic, therapy reasons. Yeah. Okay, let's go for it. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Aww. Lovely. Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about...
Luca stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promised you'd tell him what? Spit it out, Bob. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you've got to tell me. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah. Oh, off she goes. Racing ahead. Wait for
Luca
us.
saw Beck skulking by the gate.
Ooh. Bit of detective work here. So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. Well, there's only like, what, 3 people, guys, in that massive house? Like, I think it's bound to be creepy. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate. Looming mansion. Rich, reclusive owners. It even smells shady. What do we think It's made... excuse me. Shady smell is, guys. What smells shady?
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
I don't know. Maybe smoke smells shady? Because you think... I don't know. Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. Ooh. You will reveal your secrets to me. You will reveal your secrets to me. Oh! Oh dear. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, who wants to bet she'll say run? Hide! Oh, okay, close enough. Ooh, their little faces peeping out. Oh, she's talking to the hazardous waste suit dude. Eris Valentine. Who's that she's talking to? Shh. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course. As long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavoury alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. So I reckon we think he's with the fancy harvest company guys. Now this is what I was talking about.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this, and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see that look on that Rube Kerr's face. He's the hyena guy. Yes, the truth will come to light. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out supervillain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Oh! It's Luca's grandma! What the... Family? What does she mean by that?
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal till the festival. I was doing a guy voice for that character. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
She can't be the same one from the warehouse that, was going after Luca. She must have just... Yeah, she's borrowed the suit from her, so it must be a different person.
Chapter 5. What big ears you have! Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That's the word, hazmat. That's what I couldn't remember. What did I call it? Hazardous waste suit. That was my gran. That was your gran? Yeah. Okay, well... I'm sure there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. Look at this beautiful scenery. All these details, the flowers, the trees, and the night sky. It's gorgeous. I forgot how pretty this game was. Like little ducklings. Look at them go. Oh no. I hate this dude. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Or maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need to know... No. If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely. If you'll just sign here, acknowledging everything is accurate, we'll be out of your hair in a flash. They're so creepy after the episode with the treehouse. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
There. And would you like my eternal soul as well?
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility, then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Oh. Pod robot people. Last time, that dude, right, when we made the wrong choice, he pulled Luca into that telephone box and took him to a secret underground lair, and God knows what happened. I don't want to talk to him. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, for the sake of the story. Hi, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard pop right in the kisser. Oh, Gran tells me to just keep away from the clipboards. That's good, that's good. Your Gran is a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you better run along home now. Too dark to be wandering on your own. Yeah. Just get the ick now. Just the ick. Let's see if this foreshadowing lady has anything to say. The answers you seek will be revealed to you in due time. The question is, the figure intoned, are you prepared to live with the truth? Oh no, we don't like that. Bye guys. Another day, another dollar. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the Perennial Harvest folks order the same drink? Wouldn't surprise me. Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it's a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. Well, the customer's always right. See you bright and early tomorrow. Sigh. I can't wait. Feel the enthusiasm, buddy. I feel your pain. Oh, Dawn's not there. I'll just quickly see, because there's, Oh, is it locked? Yeah, it's locked. There's a mini-game in there. But, looks like we'll have to wait. Oh no. Actually, to be fair, the mayor dude's alright. We don't like Kerr now.
William Kerr and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave a half-hearted shrug.
I'm not so sure about that. Nonsense. That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. Getting up to no good. She doesn't much like me, does she? Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass my thanks on to her. The History Museum adds a real air of import to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including the Valentines. My father was a great man. You're darn tootin' he was.
Kerr locked his arm on Gus's shoulder.
But I mean the entire Valentine family. Present company included. He's, smooth, isn't he? Smooth talker. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. Why are you doing all of this? Gosh, I've never felt one needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival. All of this. There's got to be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds. Yup, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
You treat your seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. You see potential here? He's so skeptical. This town? Are you sure? Are you sure? Undoubtedly. The seed of greatness is already under our feet. All it needs is a little nudge, and the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. So dodgy. I bet there's like a massive, like, evil laboratory basement in that building. Hello? No, we can't talk to her. Let's go. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further on from here. So what's your buddy Rollo like? Rollo? He's Rollo. Not particularly helpful. Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy. He's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the Foul Harvest. Yeah, we want to know. It's about damn time you tell me what this Foul Harvest thingy is. It's a kind of long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertiliser company here called the Valentines. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertiliser. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked, farmers loved it. So Valentines grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertiliser. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died. And something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad batch. Maybe it was in the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died. And everyone blamed the Valentines. The Foul Harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertiliser went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Yeesh. The next year the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. I don't know what that means. And no one knows why? Oh, they turn out bad, yeah. I take it Rollo's farm got the short end of the stick. Yet for some reason, their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn Initiative. Yep, first thing they did was give the town a deep scrub. They even put us up in hotels, one town over for a week, while they decontaminated the groundwater. Wow, so they paid for everyone in town to go to a hotel for a week. That's a lot of money. Beck agrees. We better get going. Let me just quickly... So there's a fishing minigame here, and I just want to see... Isn't baby Luca so cute? Or toddler Luca. Adorable. Nah. We've,
Luca gently good for skimming.
We've done all this before. Yeah. We'll have to wait for more charms, I think. Rolo! Hey buddy, how you doing? Oh. It's about time! I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission Control.
Rolo waggled his head with pride.
Waggle waggle. You'll find we've spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse looking piles of junk. Thanks. Hey Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yeah? While I was mating, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. Oh dear. He goes all out, doesn't he? Always. Lavish. Oh, look at that little outfit. And the earrings. Love it. Oh, so he's literally... Right, okay. Break in. Can I do anything with that? Oh. Ah, here we go. Oh god, okay. Hey, nice shot. Bullseye again. Oh. Victory! Where did you guys get all this junk in the first place? There's a guy in town named Jeff who trades us junk for snacks. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? Look how proud he is. It was imaginative, I'll give you that. Very diplomatic, Beck. Luca, are we sure we can trust this new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. Okay, Luca, you promised me to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So, like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Excuse me. Maybe they were squatters? Nope. We wish they were squatters. I don't think so. It seemed more organised. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. Ah, we didn't get to see, like, the inside of this place, by the way. It was all, narrative, like, there was a description that the, narrator was reading. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah? Then it could have been a woman. True. With that hazmat suit, you really can't tell. It's chonky. How did you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Heiress Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rollo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. God, no. Like, the whole collateral damage section of that conversation, Jesus. It was a proper clandestine meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Heiress Valentine. Pretty much. I'm beginning to think this town is kind of awesome. Silver lining, Beck, silver lining.
Rollo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. And so, we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. Yep, only those two choices make sense. And their leader is your Gran, and she tried to murder you. Oh god, you didn't think that through, Rollo, before you said it. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged, but she's definitely hiding something, yeah. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam, and passing secret messages and having secret meetings with other shop keepers and cafe keepers. And yeah. What could she possibly have to hide? I don't know. We haven't talked much since she moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It'd been years since I'd seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way, but are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. Oh, we could say the same thing about your family. But you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says, folks only bury stuff worth digging up. We need to investigate your house. If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? No, not really. You're like 12. That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. Tell it to him straight, Beck. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in.
Chapter 6. Secret Lair.
Ooh.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder. Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more surprises lurking in the shadows. Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next day.
Sorry, guys, just grabbing a sip of water. What time is it? Oh, that was a knock, wasn't it? Let's go. Oh god, they're impatient. You never know. One day those doors might actually be open. Rollo, what on earth is that? His deadpan expression cracks me up every time. Hmm? That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. Oh, we love you, Rollo. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Jokes all you want. We'll see who's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear? Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Very well. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rollo strutted across the room.
If I were an Agran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it.
Rollo flung open the cabinet with confidence. He coughed as a veil of dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Or maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Eureka! Oh. Accidentally opened the inventory. She's lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rollo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. I'm going to stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere Gran doesn't want you to go? Beck's smart. She got a lot of common sense. Yeah. Closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well. Well. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought? I'm going to take this important thing and chuck it in a bush. True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishware in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway. I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
Look at them go. Oh. A secret door? Maybe? I don't know. Or like steps to a cellar. This is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You've called upon my expert detective skills. And now I shall proceed with...
Before he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rollo's back.
Hey, this isn't my idea of detective work. Every squad needs a good lockpick. And every good lockpick needs a steady head to sit on. This is beneath my standing. Stop complaining and hold still.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass doors opened, a perfect porcelain display gleamed in front of them. Their eyes searched for anything amiss. But the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. Like, oh hey, let me just yank on this random teacup and...
As Beck pulled on one of the teacups, it slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
Damn. Secret door! Seems like your gran has been doing some remodeling. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret lairs. Evil masterminds. Superheroes. Which one do we think she is? We're about to find out. Okay, so more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe. Wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We need to look around before jumping to conclusions. God, there's so much. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution explosive. Jesus. And jam jars. That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making? Ooh, new charm. She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs. Right? Only one way to find out. No. No!
Rollo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lips.
A hint of brown sugar. And... ink? What?
Rollo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rollo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A gran jam gram. Oh god, this is a tongue twister. A gran jam gram. Last night, I used the disguise Heiress provided to scout the location. Ooh, what if Gran and her friends are teaming up with Valentine to take down Perennial Harvest? Yeah, common enemy and all that. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Aw man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. So more a bum shell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Okay, so we have explosives in this corner. Lovely.
Luca jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter. For a long moment, he just stared at it.
What you got there? It's my dad. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Well, are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rollo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages. He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
God. How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents, such as this, are a lot like a cheeseburger. Best to skip straight to the middle. What? No. No. That's where all the meaty bits live. Ah, ignore that, guys. In any, or at least any kind of like publication, if there's a summary at the start, read that first. Oh. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of one of the preeminent scholars in dense documents and cheeseburgers. By all means,
He
proceed.
stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Aha! Here we are. Follow-up examination of Terence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscles and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Wilby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Rollo looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? Mr. Nuncreed's name. Waiting on lab results from Joseph. Okay. Wait.
Rollo's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Wilby claims the tap water at his home had been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to this report later and made those notes. So it might be related to something
Rollo
else.
scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. This disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. Oh. And with his wife's passing, Terence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rollo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
That's where it ends. What? There has to be more.
Luca frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical, see? What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
Oof. Questions, just, yeah. Keep getting more and more questions. Oh, sorry. I know, super serious moment. Ignore me. Anyway.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. I love the music in this bit as well. Is your gran a serial killer? Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Don't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. Maybe because he's dodgy as hell. Like, he's definitely, I don't know, connected to Perennial Harvest, or... Yeah, I think rather them than the Valentines. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. My mums are both on here. Both with question marks. Gus Valentine is a question mark. Heiress has a question mark that's been crossed out. Yes, yeah, it must be people who are linked or working for Perennial Harvest, if that's the case then. So they've crossed it out because they've made a deal with the heiress. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. Ooh. Rollo. I don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. Oh, okay. Here we go.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
I was wondering if we'd get to look at that. Worn-down old map. Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rollo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it...
Rollo carefully traced the path with his finger.
Leads right to...
He jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rollo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on that map has the same symbol. Oh god, there's those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure. A real bummer. Rollo, what's the thing that you've been excited about for the past month? The festival! Gulp? Did you just say gulp? Oh. This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the centre of town. She's gonna blow up the festival. Not if we stop her. I'm not sure that's... Just because it's the same symbol, maybe there's something... Maybe the fountain is the source of the water contamination, or something like that, I don't know. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Shh, quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
Oh god. Who was it?
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall. Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled shakily and glanced at each other. A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Huh?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners
Isn't
without a
that
peep.
the, grocery store guy?
As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Yoo-hoo!
Thump.
I'm not here to hurt anyone.
Thump.
I'm just here to help. Just...
Thump. At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
Huh. Guess it's nothing.
Rollo shifted suddenly.
Oh, Rollo!
Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth. It was too late. Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Oh, Rollo, he was gonna go! Flaming chicken coop!
With all his weight, Rollo tackled the man to the ground.
Rollo? Mysterious creepy man? Anyone there?
From the dark corner, they saw something move.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me. But there was only one way to find out. Holy crap, Rolo. That was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched figure on the ground. Pressing his fingers to the man's neck, he sighed with relief.
You sure clobbered him good, Rolo. He's knocked out cold.
As Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rolo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver!
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver. Still unconscious, Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair.
Poor bloke. I mean, maybe poor bloke. We don't know if he's shady yet.
His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose string. The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr. Tolliver go. They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was decided.
Classic good cop or something cop interrogation. Ooh. Tough choice, tough choice. Chill or hard? Chill cop, hard cop. Let's go the actual classic, eh? Good cop. Oh, I guess it's bad cop. Anyway, let's try this one.
They'd run the classic good cop, hard cop interrogation. Rolo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times. Rolo swaggered past the chair which propped up the slumping Hiram Tolliver. Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, well, well. Mr. Tolliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless. Rolo spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
Mr. Tolliver?
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rolo slammed his fist on the table.
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
He grabbed the table lamp and beamed it onto the unconscious face. Mr. Tolliver groaned and slowly lifted his head. He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
What in the world?
The chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rolo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'll be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in the dirt. As for you, looks like you're sweating.
The doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We can do this my way, or... well, let's just say I've never needed another way. Didn't I add it in you, Rolo?
Rolo, hitting his stride, was now channeling every detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Now dance! What? I don't even...
Mr. Tolliver's voice became desperate. He was nearly in tears.
Oh. You tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. Oh, he's full on crying. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran? Gran?
Mr. Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival, eh? Blow up the festival? Good
He
lord.
shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
No. You've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Huh. Source? What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
Jesus Christ, that poor bloke.
Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
Damn, Rollo. I think he went a little too hard on him. What did he say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we'd better not push Mr. Tolliver any further. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It's just got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. Is there anything more reliable? The library? If there's any information about this source thing, Caddo can help us find it. Ah, we love Caddo. Let's go get some answers. I wonder, do you think they left poor Mr. Tolliver tied up in the cellar there? This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little too adorable, agreed, to be a librarian? Ah, adorable. Oh, Caddo hung out here so much, eventually they gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Miss Novak sometimes. They got you working for free? It's quiet and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Oh, you do. Oh, you do you. Little man. Oh, I think I'm just going to get another sip of water. I was tripping over my words there. I don't normally talk this much, so it's sometimes a bit of a struggle. Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favour. I already told you and Rollo. I can't put you any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we're looking to do some research. Now you speak in my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What have you got on the history of town? Of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8.
Ooh, we're getting quite far in now. Maybe this is the right pathway.
6 feet under, 3 towns over.
Oh, maybe not.
The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered. Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only family he had left. He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst.
That's fair, yeah. You wouldn't want to.
But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another word, I'm gonna end up in one of these asinine death records. For 12-year-olds, their vocabulary is pretty good. Some of these words I've only read before, so I'm struggling to pronounce. Apologies if there's any I'm like saying really wrong, but asinine is what I think there. Rollo Cotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
If you've got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring county records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a county record. Really? That's the best you've got? When I'm done with you, you'll be the footnote in history. Damn, Beck! Just like...
Beck slammed her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey, hey, hey! We're a little tired here. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obit? J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name, Juniper Hartford. Oh. Maybe there were two J. Hartfords? Mrs. Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mum's name is Eleanor. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your gran is 6 feet under, 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Alright, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa is gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. They left him! They left him, guys! He's still there in the basement! What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something.
Luca's heart was pounding as he approached the house. If he was lucky, Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet.
Oh, that's so weird. Does anyone have any theories who we think Gran is at this point?
And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement.
Poor bloke.
Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Oh!
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely. She was asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
Oh, God. I bet he's escaped, because surely... Unless she went straight to sleep? Yeah. Oh no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
But he didn't know it was the kids. The kids, or should I say Rollo, that was interrogating him. Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Okay, I can figure this out. Just need a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
Ugh. Oh, come on. That is gross, right? I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
He flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think. So, if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done. Okay. Does she get buffed down here? Like, oh. Bit of exercise. Okay. Oh dear. Gran? Okay. Stick to the plan. Go to bed. Play it cool.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Come on, legs. Oh god, was something in the jam? Was something in the jam? Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Yeah. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? So, she was intending to poison Mr. Nancreed, right? Or, well, she's not freaking out, so she was intending to drug Mr. Nancreed, and yeah, so he'd fall asleep. Rest now, and let me handle everything. Oh, face first. Bless.
Chapter 9.
Oh, we are forging ahead in this one.
A speech to end all speeches. Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed. He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
She didn't drug you. She was trying to drug the pharmacist guy.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nancreed?
Let's go.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. You never know. I have to keep trying. She's gone to the source, I guess? Since, well, that's what Mr. Tolliver said. Just checking she's, like, not here. I gotta head downstairs as well, and then... Yeah, she hasn't bothered to close it back up. I guess she knows we were in here for definite now, I'm assuming. Let's go. Ah! Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nancreed put me to sleep. Whoa, ho, ho. Whoa, ho, ho. I don't know how to say that. Sly devil. Sly. Oh, look at that little smirk. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? Do we really care? You know, he's a bad dude. We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nancreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech. What speech? Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. Oh, we slept the whole day. Lucas slept the whole day. Jesus.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing? Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh, bless. He gets so nervous. Oh yes. Before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognise someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Oh, that was enthusiastic. That wasn't, yeah. Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared
Say
his
it like
throat
it
and
is.
awkwardly loosened his tie.
Bless Gus. Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone!
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Oh, poor Gus, he's so embarrassed. Let's hear it for our mayor. Oh, that clapping audio is just brutal. Wow, everyone is there. Oh, we can see the rabbit lady with all her kids and the book lady, yeah. Mr. Pig's still covered behind the cardboard boxes. Yeah, everyone is. Damn. What a great turnout. Ah, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Oh, God. You hear that music change? Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of a bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all here together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town, sorry guys, which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
The voice actress for the narrator is so good. And I love the way she said that line. From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognise the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
Community, conviction, commitment, change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip. The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community, and Perennial Harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are that horizon. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We now walk hand in hand into a future that we will shape together. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Oh? What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, a little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone, remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so, it is with a happy heart that I can proclaim...
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Why am I feeling nervous? Our harvest awaits. Oh my god! Again!
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
Whoa.
The end.
No! What? This is the second... this is the second time we've had this ending where everything's frozen. I mean... Oh, God. I'd say the first one was slightly worse because Rollo and Luca were having a moment, but... So it happened everywhere then. We know it happened all over town. The big freeze? There's still so much mystery. I think it's definitely perennial harvest. But, I don't know. Why would Mr. Kerr, risk himself? Maybe it's something Luca's gran does that triggers this? Or she can't prevent? There's so many questions still to answer. I can't believe, we're a few episodes in now. I think this is the 5th episode, and I've done roughly an hour each time, but wow. God, so many questions still.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything! Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again!
Oh.
No, I don't mean that.
I know you don't.
We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again.
Felt like we were making real progress that time. I guess that's the point. It, not tricks you, but yeah. Oh, God. Poor Luca. Poor Rollo and Beck. Oh.
Please.
Wow. Okay. Whoa, that was an intense ending. So, the hard cop leads to a horrible ending. I love that drawing though. Mr. Tolliver in the background and they're all plotting away. Oh god, okay. Wow. So, I'm gonna be ending the stream soon here, guys, because I'm getting all croaky now. Sorry, I just knocked the mic into... I have been recording for nearly an hour and a half, and I feel like this is a good stopping point. If I keep going now, I'll get too invested and I won't be able to stop for another hour. And it's a bit later than I normally stream, so... right, so, for next time, next Sunday, we've got 3 choices. So, in A Beginner's Guide to Hostile Interrogation, we have Chill Cop or Sly Cop. 2 options there. And then we have, with the MCDC, we have Flight. So yeah, Flight, Chill or Sly. Just a little refresher. So MCDC, this is the pathway where what is this little guy's name? Oh, it's escaping me now. It's been a while. Anyway, this little lion guy, he got the hazardous toxic green goop we've been seeing around on him. And it's not very clear in the drawing, but basically one half of his face, like, I guess, became super old and wrinkled. And yeah, and he was being hunted by Perennial Harvest, by the clipboards. It was really creepy. There were like a group of zombies chasing him. And he went to the treehouse where Luca was. And they were facing off against the clipboards, and Mr. Kerr arrived, and then Luca refused to give up the little bully guy, and the clipboards were descending upon them in the fight one option. So the fight one was a bad ending, because, well, 2 12-year-olds can't hold up against an army, basically. So, I guess in MCDC, the choice flight, they'd escape that. So they'd run away instead of fighting, which, if you ask me, is the obvious choice. They didn't have that option the first time, so I had to pick fight in that episode. Yeah. So next time, flight, or we can be a chill cop while interrogating Mr. Tolliver, or a sly cop. So, yeah, if you've watched this and you really want to find out what happens with a certain ending, just let me know. I have a suggestion box in my panels page. Just pop it in there, I'll see, and I'm happy to go with whatever option any of you guys want first. I'm excited to find out where all of them lead to be honest, because so many times I thought, oh, this route, yeah, it's going good, it's going to lead to a good ending. But it keeps, tripping me up at the last second. Oh, gosh. We need to find out what's causing that ice. Find the source. The source where the town began. Oh, gosh. So if you watched this video and enjoyed it, please consider following me to be updated about when I next stream, and etc, etc. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Any suggestions for new games you want me to try, or any feedback, just pop it in that suggestion box in the panels page. Thank you for watching, guys, and I hope you have a good evening. Stay cozy. Bye.